I'm a spiritual musician. I think there has been enough political musicians, and I think everything that can be said has been said about political, social things. And there's still some more to be said, but not much. A few years ago, I decided to change direction. I was inspired to change direction just by searching and reading and trying to understand what's my purpose here on earth, in this music business. I decided to focus more on the spiritual side of our lives, in music. So that's why the last record was Love Is My Religion. I think if I'm serious about affecting people with music, I have to affect people on a human-to-human level, on a grand social idea or a political idea. It has to be a human being idea. So we are talking about what's inside of a human being. Each of us have some change within us. We can't change the political or the social system of the world unless we change inside of us as individuals. And that's the direction I am on now, which I call spiritual, Love is my religion. That's, and that's after years of research, what I'm saying? and years of thinking. And actually, that song and that idea just came within a flash of a second. It was a conversation. I had a lady working for me in my house, and I was like, what type of religion are you? And she said she was Catholic. And then she asked me the same question. And I'm not Catholic. I wouldn't even say Rastafari either, because that still divides people. I don't want to divide people. So anything I say is something that must be so big and great that it encompasses everyone. And it's love. That's how I put it. And I think that is the ultimate concept or idea that we can have in terms of what we think God is about, or whichever name you want to call it. These other things like, these other, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, all of these things are branches. The root is love. And that is where I went. I went straight to the root. I forgot the branches. I went straight to the root. So that is how I see it, That is after, as I say, years of research and studying and going through different phases of mental evolution, mental and consciousness evolution. Not just believing in a book or believing in a certain idea, being willing to think for yourself and formulate your own ideas. The other stuffs are good fundamentals, but they still have to evolve. That's how we are created. We're created to evolve. So we can't just believe in that the answer is in this book, one idea that the masses must believe in. Each individual must evolve themselves spiritually and consciously. I grew up in it, my father, my mother, we moved a lot around, but I went to schools that was just for kids, Rastafari kids, I grew up in communities that was just Rastafari. I went to ceremonies and stuff like that. My father, I learned from my father, and that's where it all began. I must say that what I am saying is not put down any other, these concepts, whether you call it Rastafari, Judaism, or Christianity, whatever. What I am saying is to complete it, to complete the concept. Those concepts are unfinished. Love is the completion of the concept, and that's what I'm saying. So it's not to put them down, but to complete them now, make it fulfill them and make them grow into this love, which is the truth. Yeah, I think it's a lack of leadership and a lack of the willingness to evolve. They're so used to keeping people within the constraints of the idea that has been the same idea for 1,000 years, that they believe that there's no room for change, there's no room to grow. And if we're talking about this idea of God, which is supposed to be infinite, then there's no way that there's no room to grow, because infinity is endless. So there must be more room to understand more and to evolve the way we think about this idea. So that is a lack of leadership in this world of religion and in this world of idea of God, where it is very stagnant, and it can't be that way. It's said we're made in the image of God, then we must be able to evolve and grow. I don't want to get too much into this.
Yeah. Love is my religion.